Hey everyone! Do you know that we all have our special strengths or strong points? And of course, we have our own weaknesses too. And if we strengthen our strengths and work towards improving our weaknesses, we will become better and better in all that we do. Hence, today we'll talk about different kinds of strengths or weaknesses we can have pertaining our academic or study skills. And while we discuss the same, you need to think about it and identify your strengths and weaknesses so that you can work on them. Alright then, let's begin. Academic strengths are character traits that make you exceptional from others in a learning environment. Some academic strengths are inborn, while some can be developed through hard work and persistence. The strengths that are inborn come to be known generally when you are in a competition or when you are able to do well in a particular learning field without too much practice. Like, for instance, in a class, a child's academic strength in math can be seen when he is able to learn the multiplication table easily or mentally solve addition subtraction problems quicker than others. When it comes to language, we can find out that this child is exceptionally good in learning languages if he learns it faster than others. For science lovers, it would be a child who loves spending time with his science kits. So these could be some of the traits that will make you stand out and make you identify or help you to identify that this is your character trait and your academic strength. So what are your academic strengths and weaknesses? Let's find out. If you have traits of a good learner, what are your strengths? And if they are your strengths, you have to strengthen them. And we will also find out what are your weaknesses. Right? Ready to identify? Let's start. To do well in academics, some of the traits or strengths that you need to develop include ability to learn from mistakes. If you are able to learn from your mistakes and work on it or rectify it, you will be a better learner because you will always do better and better each time. Another one is discipline. Children who are disciplined, who are organized, they tend to learn much better. Problem solving. You need to have a problem solving attitude. If you see a problem, you should persist and solve it, not run away from it. Being kind and friendly is also a strength. If you're kind and you're friendly, people will share much more with you as compared to if you're rude or you're stubborn, right? So more you get to know from others, more people share with you, the more you learn. Also, it's important that you are honest. You should be honest. You should be able to accept if you don't know something. You should be able to honestly reply that you have made a mistake. If you're honest, you are more open to new learning. Creative critical thinking. Creativity is very important. You need to think differently. You cannot always think the same way. You cannot always solve all the problems the same way. You may need to think of different solutions. So, creatively thinking and being critical when you're thinking is very important. You need to be able to listen. The more you listen, the more you learn. As simple as that. Ability to sit down and read. Reading helps you to get lots of knowledge. The more you read, the better you are learned or accustomed to getting or acquiring knowledge. Open-mindedness. You should never be stubborn. You should be open-minded. If somebody is suggesting something, somebody is giving you some advice, somebody is teaching something, learn it with an open mind if you want to grow. Ability to follow instructions. You should be able to follow instructions. When you follow instructions from people who are experienced, you will be halfway through their experiences. Planning skills are a must. You should be able to make a schedule, organize, plan your day, plan your activities, plan when you want to study what. So the more you plan, the better you will progress. Creative thinking skills are also important. Now that you know what are the strengths that you need to develop, we also need to see what are the weaknesses that we need to work towards improving. It's important that we should stop procrastinating. Big word, right? Procrastination means avoidance or postponing something. For example, if there is a task your mama says, do it now. You keep saying, no mama, I will do it after 5 more minutes. Another 5 minutes, another 5 minutes. And you keep postponing the task. That is called procrastination. Stubbornness is another weakness which will pull you down. We should not be stubborn when we are learners, when we are students. We have to be open-minded. If you are stubborn, means you will not accept what others suggest or what others are teaching or telling you, which is also a sign that you are not going to grow. Another one is impatience. If you are impatient, if you are always in a hurry, always in a rush, you will never ever be able to complete tasks properly. Check it. Now, if you are impatient and very quickly you want to write your exam and submit the paper, you will not check it, and then you will have silly mistakes which you can not rectify. But if you were patient enough, you would have revised and checked your paper, you could have rectified and got more marks. So patience is very important. Another weakness could be indiscipline. Children who are not disciplined, are not organized, are not always listening or obeying, may also have a difficult time becoming better or progressing in academics. Intolerance. Children who are not tolerant, children who are not patient, not tolerant, will also have some sort of trouble once in a while. You will get more into fights. You will not listen to others. You will not make too many friends. So, little sharing happens. So, tolerance is also required. Aggressiveness is a major weakness in academic skills. If you're aggressive, if you're angry about things all the time, you will make less friends. If you get angry with mama and daddy for telling you what to do, what not to do, you're going to be disobeying them. You're going to be creating fights which will hinder your progress. Dullness is something that will pull you down. If you're not bright enough, entire day you don't have enthusiasm to do something. You're not always a go-getter, trying to do it, trying to finish tasks. It will pull you down. Blunt, to speak in a direct or rude way. When you're rude to others, will others share with you? Of course not, right? You are too talkative. That is a weakness. A good learner is generally a better listener. So talk less and listen more. Write down all these points somewhere and evaluate yourself sincerely. Spend some time alone. Create separate lists of your strengths and weaknesses. Be honest. It is very important, right? Ask yourself questions like, what are my hobbies? What I like to do? What is it that I enjoy doing all the time? What is it that doesn't make me feel bored? What tasks do I perform for hours and still not feel tired? What tasks do I do that leave me drained and exhausted? If you can write down all these things, you will be able to identify your traits or characteristics that are special and which are your academic strengths as well. Once you identify your strengths and weaknesses, of course, strengths have to get better, right? But weaknesses also have to be dealt with. So take some time out to work on your weaknesses as a routine. Make it a habit. For example, if your weakness is intolerance, try to learn to tolerate people. Learn how to make things easy. Focus more on good side of things other than the negative sides or insecurities that they cause you. Also, you need to find yourself a mentor. A mentor is could is a friend or a person who is experienced, a person who will be there by your side to help you overcome your weakness. For example, if you are somebody who is very aggressive, you get angry very easily. Find yourself a coach, a friend who will help you to control yourself, to ensure that you don't get angry, irritated at little things. And slowly but surely, you will be able to change yourself. So it is important to have a mentor for yourself. A mentor could be your parents, your teachers, your counselor, your friends, your siblings, anybody you trust, and anybody who can help you out. Last and very important is accept and move ahead. Accept that all of us have weaknesses. It's okay to have weaknesses. But it is a very smart thing that you will do if you identify your weakness and work towards improving it. So move ahead. That's all for now. Wish you all the best. See you soon. Bye bye.